on your computer. And then where did that screen go? Okay, ready? Live.
Yeah. Are we live? Yay, we're live.
Yay.
I think.
It
Nice
is.
work, Vic. I think I need a training session on this.
Hey everybody! I know it either works or it doesn't work.
Yeah, it does. Actually, have you got the products that we're talking about tonight with you? Because
Yeah, I've got
mine are
2 of
still
them.
upstairs.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
How are we, guys? That's what. It doesn't matter.
No, I'm
We're
just
down
going
to
to
2 amigos tonight for wine time. Are you going to go for a walk?
Yeah, I'm taking everyone for a walk so I can go get the
Having a
products.
tour of Ness's house.
Oh yeah, I know. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't wake the baby up. She's upstairs. I'm down.
I love it.
But, anything's possible with this
Yeah,
kid.
so one of our amigos is away traveling to Wyler as we speak, or on the way back, I think. So, yeah, we're just the 2 of us tonight. But we're actually going to get some special guests over the next coming weeks and mixing it up a bit. So there might be 2 of us, there might be 3 of us, there might be 4, or there might just be 1. I don't know.
Oh, don't leave me hanging.
We're doing really well. And this is hiding, sneaking back to the lounge.
Yes, I know.
Oh,
I just can't do it in my office because I won't be able to hear it.
Oh no, I know, and I've got all my doors open because my boys are still awake. So it's all good. We're living the dream. It's called adrenaline sport because to see how well we could go without the kids running amok. So hey everyone, we thought we'd go through some of the kids' products because we generally all of us have kids or know someone with kids, especially babies. So this is what introduced me initially, I think, to Arbonne, other than the skincare. Yeah, pretty much this. So it was the nappy cream, which hilariously has some sticker on it because mine is a used nappy cream. Obviously, the children have been playing with. I used to let them as babies chew on these because they used to just sit and chew on the bottle.
Packaging's all different now, though. So is this the new packaging?
Mine would be the old packaging, but yeah, it is recyclable.
Yeah, the new stuff is that PCR packaging or whatever it's called.
This is an old original one.
Yeah.
But this is the beautiful nappy cream. Sorry, I should stop looking at my wrong screen for a moment. Yeah, so the nappy cream, pretty much when my little twins, little Alex and Leo, now they're huge and really loud. When they were tiny little babies in little incubation, little pods, didn't hear a peep out of them, or except when they did their little tests on their heels, poor little loves. Yeah, so they were tiny, tiny, tiny babies. So they were under 2 kilos each. Probably most people know my story. And I actually put all the kids' stuff in there because paraben free, it's no nasty chemicals, it's pure zinc, pretty much, the nappy cream, and it's the best for nappy rash. So obviously they sit in their little incubation tanks. They only get changed and fed, that's all they get, but they were likely to get nappy rash. So a lot of the other babies had real bad nappy rash, almost like burnt, and mine didn't. And they used this, and some of the nurses actually got in touch with me, and one of them is a consultant who loved it and said, I need to know how to get that nappy cream. I also have my friend Rachel, she's probably on this group watching, who had an incredibly bad eczema. So going into neonates, you had to, a bit like we are now, having to use all the antibacterial gel, which just dries your hands out. Washing and putting the gel on, it just dries your hands out. And she had really bad eczema. So her skin was cracked and bleeding because she had little Jack who was in the little pod next to my boys. So Rach and I are neonate buddies from way back. Forever we'll be friends, I think, because of a very traumatic situation. We used to buy each other chocolate and coffees and cry all day long, pretty much. Breastfeeding mamas with no babies at home, having to start all night breastfeeding without them, and then go in really early to feed them. And it's just horrendous. But it was only, we were very lucky, and they were very healthy. So very, very lucky to have such a great hospital really close to us. But anyway, so nappy cream. So Rach tried this on her hands. Within about 3 or 4 days, they healed. So this is great for eczema, really good for drying skin, and it's the zinc, obviously, that's in it. It looks so white. God, it looks like zinc cream. Yeah. Pretty much. And it is very pure. But the best thing I love about it, it goes in. So if you've got your panthins and stuff like that, it sits on top, whereas ours goes in. You can see that's nearly gone. I mean, it's white and it's shiny. but it's gone in, and that's your barrier. Like, but it is just beautiful, and it nourishes the skin, you know, gives it that beautiful moisture. I still use it. Leo will suck his lips sometimes when it's really dry. I put that on his, he was bright red. He looked like he had a second lip the other night, and I put the zinc, the nappy cream on before bed. Woke up brand new, fresh skin. Like and like he does that. I think he does it like a nervous thing when he's at childcare sometimes.
It's pretty
So
incredible stuff. It's great.
Yeah, so it's so good. So I'd highly recommend it. Obviously, everyone's results are different. Eczema is very personal. The best thing about that is you can use the baby wash. They say wash twice, have a bath twice a week using the baby wash, and use this at nighttime, or the area for eczema. And during the day, you're going to use the body lotion, which is the other one that Ness has got there. So use that during the day and this at night, and put gloves on if it's your hands, because that will help. Like we've got our little sockies from last week, something like that, just to keep it in on the skin.
Yeah.
Not rubbing off on your bedding. It is obviously plant-based ingredients. I'm trying to read the thing here. Obviously botanicals, antioxidants, minerals, aloe vera, leaf juice, aloe vera leaf juice in the nappy cream. Obviously the moisture, it has chamomile, calendula, which we all know is beautiful. They're all flower extracts.
Yeah.
The actual sunscreen also comes from the Edelweiss flower, an alpine flower that has its own properties for sun protection, which, you know, because it's an alpine flower, it's in the snow, very, very bright white light. And that's what's used in our sunscreen for the SPF. So throwing over you, Ness, you can do the SPF. SPF?
Oh, you want me to do the SPF one?
Sorry, out of kilter.
God, I feel like you've just done all four.
I know. What am I doing?
Hang on, wait. So we're doing the
green,
SPF.
I just got stuck on flowers and then moved over to
yeah. So okay. So the nappy cream and this one here is the sunscreen. Now I can't live without this in Savvy's daycare bag, in the pram, in my handbag, in the car. Like it's amazing. I use it on myself as well when we go out walking. Obviously, like dependent on where you live as well, like how harsh the sun is, but like it really, look at how quickly it absorbs into the skin as well. It's water resistant up to 40 minutes. It is SPF 30. It's non-synthetic, so it's a mineral sunscreen. Again, it's got the zinc oxide in it, along with botanicals, so it's super gentle for your skin as well. Antioxidants, minerals and natural moisturizers. So this one's also got a lot of the flower, like it's got the chamomile flower and calendula. Is that what you were saying? The flower extract?
The calendula's a flower extracts from it.
And the aloe vera leaf juice again, and the vitamin E, obviously. So it's
so good
without it. It's really good. And you know, obviously I use it for myself as well, and it lasts so long because you just
don't
go
use
so
very much,
far.
like you can see that.
No, but it's just super absorbing. And I don't know about you, sometimes, like, you know, when Savvy comes home from daycare, if they're not using this on her, like, I don't know, sometimes she'll get like little spots on her skin, and I don't know if it's because of the sunscreen or not, but you know, at night time when she has her bath, like I have to say that we bath her every night in this hair and body wash. And her skin is amazing. Most babies' skin is amazing, but we hope to maintain that.
And that is so true.
All the time.
And I had a situation at childcare, so my kids always got sent with the twins are still in kindy, that kindy has one of these in their little tub of sunscreens with my children's names on them, Alex and Leo. There's one with Dylan's name. So this is all they're allowed to use, and I got a doctor's note because they're like, oh, you need a doctor's note so they can use that on your kid, and I'm like, it's ridiculous because the stuff you're using is actually bad for them. So they use the cheap Amcal brand or something, you know, the cheap off the shelf, you know, name brand, or you know, sunscreen.
That they need a note.
Yeah, they need a note to use something else. So that was fun. I got a note. I got a phone call from this is when they were at childcare a few years ago. This is when they first started, and the lady said, oh, Alex and Leo have come out in a rash. And I said, well, have they been using their own sunscreen? She said, oh, I think so. And then she went and checked, and they hadn't. So they used the shitty bulk pack, the pump pack that's used on all the kids, and they came out in blotches, red blotches. And she said, it's everywhere where I put the sunscreen. And I said, do you know what that is? She said, oh, they must be allergic. I said, no, they're not allergic. They've just never had chemicals on their skin. So they've had Arbonne complete. All the products in my house are Arbonne. Anything that Arbonne make is in my shelf. They've only ever had ABC sunscreen or the baby wash or the gingerbread cookie wash. That is all we use. So they've never had the nasty chemicals. So all the other kids in that class that sunscreen went on that they didn't react, they've actually got used to the chemicals, but mine haven't. So I was like, well, that's it. You just needed to have used my sunscreen. And she's like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. So I had to go and pick them up. And, you know, overnight they were fine, but it was just like, that is ridiculous. And it's just, they have the parabens, you know, you have the other chemicals that obviously keep it a shelf life of 5 years. Like to keep it shelf life, as is I think it's openable for 12 months. I know the nappy one has 12 months on it. Let's see the sunscreen. You got an openable on yours, little pot?
No, it's not, unless I can't read it.
Oh, it has a date. All the sunscreen have a date on the top.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, yeah, an expiry date.
Yeah.
So it's only like a 2-year expiry.
Yeah, that's it. So that's why as have a lot less chemicals in them, because they're not to actually stock something in the shelves of Woolies or National Pharmacies, they have to have a 3 or 4 year use by date on them for them to stock them. So that's why we don't sell off the shelf. That's why, because we're not putting those nasty chemicals that keep them safe for that long. It's gross.
Yeah, so I have a similar story to Vic in that this is the range that got me started. Obviously, when I first started using these products, I used them on Savvy because she was so little at the time. She was only a couple months old, and I had been looking for something, believe it or not, and I couldn't really find anything that I was really satisfied with. And she still uses this today, and she loves it, as well as the Christmas trio of the snickerdoodle, and oh my god, it's so delicious. It's so
I know. Yeah, mine gets a cheesy flavour.
Yeah.
They don't eat it though. Well, they can eat it, but at least you don't have to worry about it if they do.
Yeah. If they swallow the bathwater, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to talk about
body lotion.
Yeah, sure.
So obviously botanically based, 24 hours of moisture. It's beautiful moisture. It has all the similar stuff, the aloe vera leaf juice. It has the chamomile flower extract, the vitamin E, obviously a moisturizing antioxidant, calms and hydrates. It has allantoin, which is a natural soothing agent. Did I say that right? And sunflower seed oil, which helps soften and maintain the skin. So it's a beautiful body lotion. And
shea butter.
Yeah, it's just shea butter. Yeah. Sorry, scrolling down.
Which is the best ingredient ever.
So beautiful. That's in a hand cream as well. So obviously gives you a protective barrier. And you know, it eliminates the need for anything else. You're not using baby oil, which generally, if you buy a baby oil by a well-known brand, it's actually just mineral oil. That's all that baby oil is, which is a you know, it's an extract from petrol. It's the stuff they can't sell as petrol is the mineral oil. So it sounds like mineral oil, it must be good for you, but it's actually really bad. It puts a cling wrap layer on your skin of oil and stops the moisture getting into the skin, stops moisturizing the skin. It just makes it like Teflon pretty much. So it feels softer, but it's not good for you. So none of our products have mineral oil in them, which I think is really important. And we're using stuff like, you know, the proper actual like shea butter as a moisturizer instead. So I love that.
So good. I love hearing you talk about stuff like that because I learned so much. And to add into all of this is that every single one of these 4 products is pediatrician and dermatologist and ophthalmologist tested. Tick. They're all soap free. They all prevent moisture loss. And they all leave the skin and the scalp and the head and the hair, everything soothed and comforted. So with the, what did we just talk about? Oh, Did we
Body
just talk
lotion.
about body lotion? Yeah. So the last one is the body wash, the hair and body wash, which we use every day. Is tear free. Yay, tick. It's extra gentle. I actually use this when we go traveling. Not that we've been traveling for like the last 12 months, but instead of packing my stuff and Savvy stuff,
Yeah, that's
I
your
just
nice
use this
shampoo.
on
Yeah.
me. Yeah. It's just easy, and it comes in a great tub. You can literally like one-hander, you know, like it's
That is one of the things. You can one hand open it. Like you actually
which
can
is
use one hand.
amazing when you're
So
in the
you've
shower.
got the nappy ready, all the child wearing
The
on you,
water.
and you can actually squirt it at the left hand.
Yeah, it's awesome. And
Why do I know this?
yeah, we've all been there. And what else is it? Vegetable derived cleansing agents that function as a gentle surfactant. Anyway,
Yeah, so that's your bubbles.
That's that. Yeah, the bubbles that wash off and can't be absorbed into the body. And antioxidants, minerals, mild blend of botanicals. Again, it's got the chamomile, the aloe vera, the vitamin E, and the sunflower seed oil. And just, it's the best. But, you know, sometimes like when we do have a bath, I'll squeeze a little bit under the tap. And
Good
it bubbles.
Idea.
So it gives like a bubble bath,
yeah.
but it's important to note that that's not going to obviously clean your child. So, you know, but it's always, bubbles are always fun. So, and they do
it's
like
great just to have that one that does the whole lot too, the hair, the wash, everything. And it's got soap free. So none of our products have soap in them because soap is very drying.
Yeah.
And obviously it has no, what is it, the sulfates? No, what am I saying? No, sodium lauryl sulfate, which is the sulfate which makes bubbles. So it is a chemical they add to most washes to make bubbles. And as you don't have that, so obviously with the hair wash, you'll notice you might wash once, rinse it, and then wash again, and it bubbles.
Yeah.
But once it actually has cleaned your hair, it will then bubble.
Yeah.
But it
and
doesn't
our
have
normal
any
shampoo does that as well.
Yeah. But the sodium lauryl sulfate is an extra chemical they use in other cleansers to make bubbles. So we don't have that chemical. But as will get your hair clean. But as with the hair, you usually do 2 washes because you're getting rid of oils. But no, I love that.
I do have to add in that pretty much I will use the detox salt, the bath salts. I'll put them in her bath as well, just a couple, not too much. And I always put some oil, like some lavender oil, especially like, you know, she's had a big day at daycare or something. And the lavender oil goes through the water. So it goes through the rinsing process when you're washing the hair and just adds that nice little smell of the hair as well. So that's an added tip for me. And yeah, it's beautiful. It's
and
really
I love the little crystals because I say to the boys, do you want crystals in your bath? And they get a little cap full because you hardly need any. And they count them because, you know, they're 5 now. They're smart asses. They can count. We were in Officeworks today and the man told us it was in aisle 17 and my boys are like, that's 10, that's 11, that's 12. And I'm like, oh my God, so proud. No. And so what was I talking about? I can't remember.
Counting the bath salts.
Yeah, so they count the bath salts and then they put them in and then they try and find them again. And because they're dissolving, I'm like, it's like magic. They're dissolving. So sometimes you don't even need bath toys because they're too busy looking for the salts and they collect them and they're like, tiny. And they count them again.
It's so good though. Like it smells amazing. It makes them, their little bodies just smell that extra bit yummy.
And that is great if you're getting a cold to actually use that detox bath salt. Sorry, sidebar. You know, if you've got someone feeling a bit starting to get a little itchy throat, get them in a hot bath with their detox bath salts and they won't get sick. I've done that so many times. Yeah, it just has beautiful, I don't know what's in it. I can't remember, we'll have to pull that up. But
we'll do that next week.
But we've got the new salts. The new salts are in the Christmas range. So that is the
I did a little live on that.
We do that
group today, actually.
I did. I saw some of it. It's so good.
Yeah, so good. Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks for jumping on. We have an incredible event tomorrow night too. If anyone that wants to jump on, it is
Sunday night, that is. Yes.
Jump in there. You'll get some really incredible deals that you won't get in our normal pages. if you jump onto our group. So obviously getting there, if you invite a friend to, you actually get some gifts. So, you know, feel free to do that. Everyone needs some help with Christmas shopping this year. So I know it's early, but get in, get it done.
Well, you know what? It really isn't. It's about 7 weeks away.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Is
Crazy.
that right?
10, I think it was.
7 weeks away. No.
No? Because
Well,
it's not at the end, obviously.
It's already the 10th of October. So,
Crazy.
or maybe it is about 8 weeks then. Something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, it's
so
really quick.
And then you can just celebrate Christmas. You're not trying to buy in this crazy climate and going out there to Marion where no one is distancing today in Marion.
It happens here too. Yeah, it's terrible. What is wrong with people?
Yeah, so you don't want to do that Christmas. Let's get it all sorted now. It comes packaged as well, so we can wrap it up for you.
Yeah, yay.
Do more tomorrow.
See you guys. Bye. See ya.
Thanks, Ness. Bye.